Hi, I'm here today with Elizabeth Mendenhall, former Missouri Realtor President and this year Chair of the Missouri Realtors Branding PAG. And if you recall, back in September, the Executive Committee submitted a proposal to the Board of Directors for having them consider a new logo, tagline, and brand promise for our association. And the Board of Directors chose not to adopt it at that time and sent the brand PAG back to the the drawing board to determine what next steps would happen. So I'm here with Elizabeth, and what happened from that stage?
Well, I think I want to take you kind of back a step, because one of the things that we know was important, and one of the questions that came from our membership was, why are we doing the branding proposal and why are we doing it now? And you know, it's really was an idea which started out at the leadership team level, but was driven by the excitement from several of our members, and that's how the group got formed, the task force. And so the why is because it's a great time to kind of reinvigorate the association. We have a new governance structure, we have some new committee opportunities, and so to match up our branding proposal with some of the changes in our strategic plan and mission, this is a good time to do that. The PAG itself, or the task force if you will, was charged with identifying a new trade name, also coming forward with a brand promise, a new tagline, and then a new logo.
Great. And so after the PAG got back together again, we decided to use the landing as an opportunity to get feedback, because you know, a new branding proposition definitely deserves member input. And so how do we use the landing in that regard?
It was a great opportunity. You know, a year ago we didn't have the landing, but now we were able to use it to its full extent. The PAG got together and identified things that we could best use and the input from our board of directors to develop the new strategy. And so we actually sent out a survey where we had about over a third of the board of directors replied. We asked them to actually vote on a branding proposal. We presented 3 different proposals to them, and the one that we're excited to present had 80% favor from most of the members. In fact, 80% of the members favored the tone of the proposal, and they really liked it, so that was exciting. The other thing we asked members for were what type of colors did they like, and colors are very important and they signify different things to different members. They leaned towards blue, red, gold was a good color, and white, and certainly that kind of Americana red, white, and blue came through loud and clear. The other thing we asked for our members were to kind of look at different logos from different states who had redone their logos, some who hadn't, and kind of identify their favorites and kind of the tone, if you will, of the logo, whether it was traditional, modern, contemporary, or whether it was kind of simple and complex, and our members had a chance to weigh in on that. And then another key component we knew was important of whether or not it had the Realtor R in it. And we did find that most of our members who replied leaned towards wanting that R and that traditional symbol that we are so proud of in our new logo.
Elizabeth, you mentioned that there was still some confusion about how a brand promise differs from a mission statement, and that some members thought that our brand promise was too long and wordy, etc. Most of you should know by now is that we adopted a new mission statement back in April. And that mission statement really is a clarifying vision for our association that focuses on advocacy efforts, risk management, member networking, and association management services, so that as we go out and do things, we can go back to that mission statement and make sure we're doing things that are within the mission of the association. But a brand promise really differs from a mission statement. How does it do that?
Well, it does differ. That's important. And in fact, organizations don't have to adopt a brand promise. And we haven't had a brand promise in the past. A brand promise is really kind of that visionary piece. It's the aspiration. Some may even say it's the creed of the organization. But what it does is it promises to our membership and to the public of what we're about, and kind of holds us to higher ideals. You might even kind of compare brand promise to an association as the code of ethics to a realtor. Again, it kind of sets our standard a little bit higher. It's an aspirational statement. It is longer. It's not something that you're going to see used on letterhead, stationery, or probably not even recited, for example, at a committee meeting, but it will be incorporated as part of the strategic plan for that aspirational statement to set the tone for everything that we do and the activities that we do in the mission statement. And so the brand promise that the association is proposing, or the PAG is proposing for the vote of the board of directors, is that Missouri Realtors are among the best in the country. Thousands of hardworking professionals and recognized industry leaders are proud to call Missouri home. Uncompromising Midwest values, an honest work ethic, A genuine commitment to communities in which they serve and live characterize this dedicated group who are the agents of the American dream. As an organization, the association endeavors to provide unparalleled, world-class service. Missouri Realtors strive to meet and exceed expectations while also building a strong sense of community among its members.
That's a wonderful brand promise, and I think it creates a great sense of emotion, which a brand promise is designed to do. Let's talk about the tagline.
The tagline is something that has been a favorite for this association and a passion for this association for a long time. Coming straight from the brand promise, the new tagline that is proposed is dedicated to the American dream. And we really think that that's going to resonate with our members. The American dream symbolizes home ownership, property ownership, entrepreneurship, the freedom to live in this country, and realtors not only help people buy houses and buy property, but they're involved in the community, they're involved in that entrepreneurial spirit, and dedicated to the American dream really sums that up.
Great. And so in any branding exercise, many people think you start with a drawing, which is really just the opposite. You start with that brand promise, the words create the vision, you then go down to a tagline, and from the brand promise and tagline, then you set the designers to work. When we have a great designer here at MAR, Amanda Iman, who did a great job, and now we get this logo, and I'm really excited. What happened with the logo?
The logo is something that embodies, I think, everything that the board of directors asked for, and then we were surveyed for, and responds to what they would like, and also encompasses all those thoughts of the brand promise and the American dream. When you look at the logo, you'll see the top skyline, which is the skyline of a city. It's symbolized in the red colors, of which red we traditionally associate with our commercial realtors, so it provides that metropolitan feel. It then comes down to a nice bright sky blue of that Missouri house, the house that you may see amongst all of our states, and certainly promotes our home ownership mission. As you go further down on the logo, you're going to see the tops of the wheat, or our land and our agriculture, of which we produce and we work, and we have such a great abundance of here in the state of Missouri, and kind of touches then some of those rural areas. And then the foundation at the bottom is really rooted with our Realtor R, again, that has symbolized this organization for so long, and then flows right into the streams of the rivers of which we have in Missouri. It's a very strong logo. Each piece symbolizes something that's important to all of our members. It's much more concrete than the logo that was proposed in September, which we believe was something that was asked for. And again, it's something that's very nice, and we think will really resonate with our members. So Russ, why don't you review kind of back the process and where we go from here?
Great. So the branding PAG brought their great ideas to the executive committee on December 17th. That being a new brand promise, a new tagline, a new logo, and change the trade name of the association to the Missouri Realtors. And the executive committee unanimously approved all 4 elements of that proposal, and those will be on the agenda for the January Board of Directors meeting. So from here, what's going to happen is this video obviously has been posted to the landing, and now it's your turn. It's your turn to provide your input on all elements of the proposal, because we do want your input. Those questions, comments, constructive thoughts will be considered by the PAG between now and the January meetings, and then if there are any themes to that, we'll take those into consideration when we actually present at the Board of Directors meeting. So now is your opportunity. Basically, the PAG and Elizabeth, under Elizabeth's leadership, did a great job. Your chance now is to tell us what you think.
And it's real important, because it was so valuable to have your input. We think the PAG's done a good job of reacting, but if you have more and there's things that we need to kind of look under consideration, we look forward to hearing from you. And so the PAG's really excited to provide this for your consideration.
Thanks for watching. Have a great day.
Thank you.